Hello guys, my name is Shawstin and welcome back to me playing on the JFS, the Jackson 5 server. I'm here in Shoptown, and today I'm going to talk to you a bit about the recent event of JFS UHC Season 16. It has come and it has gone, and it is time for me to say what I would say. I'm here in Shoptown for the reason that, as you may not have seen in a video, I don't know, lagging a bit all of a sudden, Mickson was able to come on as of a little recently, and he started making his trunks of trunks bigger. It was kind of his plan all along to make it like a big tree. But when he disappeared because of his internet problems and moving with his parents again, that didn't really come to fruition. He did come on relatively recently to kind of make it bigger, but he doesn't think he'll be able to finish it before we decide to reset the server, which talks that is happening. So he's offered to pay someone a diamond block to anyone who would tear it down, take it back down to the way it was before he had built it back up. So I'm going to do that today while I talk about the UHC. It's nice little grindy work. It's signs that say that I called dibs. That was a little while ago. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that while I talk about UHC. I gotta pull up my Google Doc because I tried through this earlier and I missed several points. So this time I'm going to have to Google Doc with some of the points. So yeah, this season was a teams of 4 with a scattered start. So, ooh, it's hollow. Scattered start. So everyone started by themselves, but they already had a team. They just had to find the rest of the team. There was also a big city in the middle of spawn. Not the middle spawn. Yeah, actually, yes, it's the middle spawn. In the middle of the map. To add for some loot and, more importantly, some varied, terrain effects for when we get to the end of the season, because, well, UHC, the final battles in UHC are kind of getting stale to me, at least, because, it's either a fight in the plains, and those are the good ones, or a fight in a mountain biome, where it's basically just the team that got there first, or something. And it's not actually true that the team who gets there first, will win because they get the mountain fort, because, that's just not how it works. It didn't happen this time. It didn't happen in Season 12. It didn't happen in Season 14, or not 14, 13. It did happen in Season 10, but that's the only instance, I think. The other seasons were not mountains, so they were in the plains. So yeah, that's just a lot. Anyways, yeah, you're going to hold on. Alright, I gotta make sure I pick up all these stuff because I want this stuff. There's some valuable stuff. So yeah, let's see. I got yeah, the scatter team is a very interesting thing. But I'm not going to talk about that first, because I think pretty much everyone has had pretty much a unanimous opinion on this scattered teams thing, was that it wasn't very well executed because pretty much the only way you can make scattered teams work is that you have teams big enough so that when you spawn, randomly, you're not guaranteed to find someone who's going to kill you instantly. You're actually capable of finding your teammates, because we had a little session before the match where you could talk to your teammates about strategy, and most people just said, "Hey, meet here at this location." And the one that didn't, yellow team, well, they basically were screwed. They were screwed that entire season because they were the ones who kind of followed the more purist scattered teams idea. And to be fair, I think it was a bit of a miscommunication on our parts. We didn't really quite establish clearly what was and wasn't against the rules. But you know, whatever. But yeah, so like, but like, I'm not going to actually talking about that yet. I started to get into it, but I didn't want to. I want to talk about the world border that we had this season, because I think there was a bit of a problem with that. Not necessarily a problem that was like, that we could have fixed ahead of time. Well, we could have, but we didn't. So, the thing is that, we increased the size of the world border, like, just before the game started, so that we could have, you know, enough space to scatter all the players. And as a result, the world border had to move, more space in a smaller amount of time. So the border was moving faster than we anticipated. And here's the problem with that, is that now, because of that, there's mobs everywhere at the end, because the border just moves in so quickly that there wasn't enough time for mobs to despawn. There wasn't enough time for like a day cycle to happen and mobs to despawn. Like it went from nighttime with a big border to nighttime with a small border, and there was no in between. I personally believe that if we do a world border like that, that Eternal Day should begin when the world border starts to close. Because one, it makes it so that that if you have to escape the world border, you actually can, because you can, you know, escape to, you know, you can go to the surface and it's not nighttime. You can move. You can get away from the world border. Two, it kind of helps to signify that, hey, the season is starting to end. It's daytime. It's Eternal Day. The world border is moving. We should start wrapping stuff up. And that wasn't a problem this season. This season, we barely peaked into 10 episodes. It wasn't that big a deal. But in seasons like Season 10, Season 12, we probably should have, it would have been useful if we had that. Because it didn't get to Eternal Day until, like, it didn't get to be Eternal Day until, like, we were like, at the end, like, dude, just ended already. And I think if we engage Eternal Day beforehand, one, it will help speed things along, and two, it will help cut away at the pure chaos of, you know, mobs everywhere in the final battle. And, like, it's kind of fun to watch. It's pretty hectic, but there shouldn't be mobs in there shouldn't be mob deaths in the final battle. And we kind of had two of them, or one and a half. Ace's death was kind of a mob, kind of a player. It's weird. But yeah, I feel like that. I feel like it could be better planned, and I don't think that it's like a huge thing that I demand we have Eternal Day right from episode 5. That does seem a bit early, but I'm just saying, like, we should consider having a fixed point where Eternal Day activates sooner than we do before, to help signify the end of the game. It's just an idea I'm throwing out there, because like, it's an idea I have, but I don't think it's not an idea I hear people talk about, so I want to get it out there, because, you know, otherwise what am I going to say? I'm just going to say the same opinion that everyone else has had, which was, you know, the scattered start could have been better executed, and the city was fun. The city was a lot of fun, actually. The city was very much fun. I barely even got to be in the city, but, like, just watching the city was fun. And, like, I was in there for just a little bit, but, like, the idea of the city is so much fun to me that even though I didn't even get to actually do much in the city, I still enjoyed it. So, I would very much like to do that again. Not next season, probably, because we did just do it. So maybe the season after next season, or so like season 18, or maybe season 19, you know, whatever. But another thing that people are considering is that Ace mentioned in his UHC video that apparently people were talking about doing another separated teams thing at some point, and I'm okay with that, because, like, you know, we didn't really get to do it correctly this time. We should try it again and have, like, a more clear defined rules. We should either have one of, and if we do, I say we should have, you know, one of two things. One, either we have, like, a two big teams thing that, like, the one that Minecraft did in Minecraft Season 19, where there were two big teams. So, like, that way, if you encounter a player, there's a odds are likely you'll actually encounter, you know, a friend. So it won't just be a, holy crap, there's so much wood here. So like you're actually capable of finding an ally, as opposed to this season where it felt like where right from the beginning of planning, I was like, dude, we're screwed. No one will ever find a teammate, which is why we added that, the communication section at the beginning, where we could talk and give plans. Or we can either do that, or we can have a more defined rules about what you can and can't do with your teams in the predetermined, like in the beginning section where you coordinate. Now, apparently, supposedly we're planning on doing this, like, the idea is to maybe do this next season. I certainly hope that's not the case, because we did just do a separated teams. And granted, we didn't actually do it very well. We didn't actually get to have much of a separated teams thing, but I would rather go do a regular season next. Just because the time I spent alone, whether it was the time leading up to when I found Abel, or the time between Abel's death and me finding Split I would rather have an actual team this time. I wouldn't even mind if we did a team of 4 season again next time, because I didn't really get to have a team of 4 season this game, because, well, I didn't have a team of 4. I had a team of 3. I didn't even get to have a team of 3 season either, because I really just had 2 separate teams of 2, because Abel died, and then I found Smith. So, like, even with my team of 3, I never actually had a team of 3. So, yeah, these are just my thoughts. I forgot how. I think it was 1 layer. Like, wait, no, I remember. It's 2 blocks above the entryway. So we need to take the wood down 1 more level, like this. Yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts about the gimmicks. So now I'm going to talk about more about me for this season. So, like I said, my team, we started by ourselves, and our plan was go to 0-0 and meet ASAP, because, well, we're basically screwed if we don't, because we're a team of 3 and a team of 4 season. So, I need to get some sheet. I should have brought some sheet. Holy crap, I have so much wood. Okay, I know Mickson said in his Discord post that you could keep any wood that you got, but I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna give you some of that back. There you go. I'll keep some of it though. And I guess I can use a silk touch. I'm also gonna trim down these bushes a bit, because now that the tree's not as big, these bushes seem a bit unwilder. Ungene Wilder. Yeah, kind of just like trim back the grass, and we'll see. Oh, wait a minute. That's what's missing. There's no giant axe. The giant axe is missing. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that. I'm not gonna cheap out. I agreed to do this. I signed up for this. I'm not gonna cheap out, and I'm not gonna cheap out. I'm gonna build the axe. This side, I probably won't mess with the leaves as much as the other side, because this is much bigger. But yo, there's Little Newsman. Remember Little Newsman? Did I ever show Little Newsman on camera? There's a skeleton there called Little Newsman, because we named him that before, or he was named that before we realized that Mickson's name is Mickson and not Newsman, because he was new back then. Everyone was new back then. Alright, I think that's good. Well, maybe not. Let's do that. And then we'll make an executive decision. We're gonna boop, boop. And we're gonna boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. I think that works. Yeah, that works. This just seems so sad with how small it is. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make it 1 block taller. And then I'll put the axe in. I guess that means raising the floor, but whatever. That's the price you pay. So yeah, so my team, we didn't really do so well because we didn't really, you know, have a team. Abel died in episode 1, not much you can do about that, unless you're Abel. In which case, there's a lot you can do about that, but, you know, you play with the cards you're handed, and I would say I played the cards I got pretty well. You know, I met up with Smith J, and, well, we went to the Nether, and for some reason, that's not a thing people do in JFS UHCs very often. I'm honestly not sure why. Because, like, the Nether is freaking... Like, I started watching some older JFS UHCs recently, and I don't understand why they go to the Nether in those seasons, because health potions back then, that was back when you played with the UHC mod, which nerfed health potions by making them require a gold block to make health potions. The potions did more healing, but they took more to make. But now, it's like, if you have melon seeds and you get potions, it's 1 gold ingot, not even, it's 8 gold nuggets for 12 hearts of healing. And that's like splashable healing too, like, I don't understand why people don't go, it's amazing. And like strength 2, oh, that's so good. Poison, oh man, if you hit someone with a poison potion, like, they're screwed. Have you ever seen a witch? Have you ever gotten hit by a witch in UHC? It's death. You're screwed the entire season because of that. Right, did you see Mickson in season 13? He was screwed the entire season because he found a witch. He never recovered. So it's okay. That's an interesting place to put your. Okay. But yeah, so like, potions are a real, like, useful thing in UHCs, and no one ever uses them. And I just don't quite understand why. People say, oh, it's not worth it because the Nether is so dangerous. And I don't believe that. I've been to the Nether 3 times in UHC, which 3 times out of 7 seasons. That's almost 50%. So I think I'm qualified to give an opinion on the Nether, because that's pretty much a higher ratio than anyone else I can think of on JFS UHCs who go, like, I think that's the highest, as far as I know, that's the highest ratio of going to the Nether in UHC. You know, except for, like, Smith J, who's been 100% of the time. But I mean, like, people who, like, are on there on a regular basis. But anyway, I've been to the Nether in UHC 3 times. And the first 2 times for about an episode each. Season 12, I was there for an episode in another fortress the whole time. It wasn't just like in the Nether, I was in the Nether fortress. Didn't get hit. Second time, season 13, I was running around the Nether trying to find a fortress and kind of gave up within like a couple minutes. Didn't get hit. In the Nether in season 16, I was in the Nether for probably an hour. I got hit once. And that was like in the fortress by a blaze, and it didn't even set me on fire. It wasn't even a fiery hit. And like Nether wart, I understand that was probably pretty lucky with how quickly I found Nether wart, but it was insane. I was in and I was out. Our trip in that fortress was super quick. And I honestly, I understand like it wouldn't always be that easy, but man, it was just so simple. I don't understand why people don't do it that often. I mean, I can understand why when I was on a team with Killer in season 15, he didn't want to do the Nether because, well, he does well without the Nether. Like, he's got a system of winning, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I can understand why he wouldn't want to go to the Nether. But, like, yeah, okay. I can understand why he wouldn't want to go to the Nether. But, like, someone like, you know, Mickson, who, well, I guess Mickson also wins a lot of UHCs too, but, like, I don't know, I feel like people should just be more open to the Nether in UHC. Or maybe they shouldn't, because if they're not, that means me going to the nether will be unique, and I'll win, because I have potions and they don't. So on second thought, maybe you should all disregard everything I just said. I'm kidding, obviously. But yeah, so nether, UHC, apparently underrated in the JFS. Yeah, so let's see, what else? Let's see. Oh yeah, so we did some combat, my team. We had the one fight. We had the one fight between the gold team. And, well, I mean, okay, we're just gonna take, oh, there's some glowstone stuff, okay. I gotta get up there if I want to do the construction stuff, because this is a bit... Sorry, I actually realized I wasn't talking. So yeah, Smidge and I, we had the one fight in UHC that season. We encountered the gold team outside the city, and we engaged them, and we lost. And that was kind of to be expected. We had, a team. There was two of us in a close-up melee fight with a team of 4. Like potions can't do that well. Like strength potions are great, but in a team they can't win. They're not magic. They won't make you invincible. So, we did the best we could, and we could have done better, but I'm not going to complain about how things could have gone. But I will say that I could have gotten a kill. I could have gotten a kill. It would have been great. When in that fight I hit sorry, I'm very particular about torch placement sometimes. I think there could be a better system of lighting in this place. Yeah, see, now it feels more lit up in here now. Although I don't know, maybe Mickson really doesn't like. Maybe Mickson doesn't like to look at torches, so he's hidden behind the thing. I don't know, but I like it this way. It's lit up. It's lit up better. So yeah, I may add like some scattered. Well, maybe not, because it is supposed to be a stump, and stumps are usually flat. So, but yeah, I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna see if I can figure out. I'm gonna find a picture of that axe and see if I can build it. We'll be right back. Alright, I found a snapshot of the axe from way back when. So we're just gonna do a bit of a forgery here, and hopefully we can faithfully recreate it. How does that look from a distance? Oh yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's basically it. We just gotta add the right details to the outside. So like stuff like that. Kind of like that. I don't know where the line's drawn on what goes where. And there's gotta be a giant handle, but we'll work on that in a sec. Yeah, that's definitely correct. We just gotta work on it. But yes, what was I saying? The fight pretty much went about as well as we could have hoped. But I mean, we just didn't have. So I just gotta. Sorry, there we go. We just didn't have the right materials to actually we didn't have the manpower to win, because we were just outnumbered. If in the fight with the gold team, we had more numbers, we probably would have won. But in the best case scenario, we could have maybe killed one of them. And also, actually, now I'm thinking about it, they had notch apples, so we probably actually wouldn't have won any fight. Well, we may have won. I don't know. The game's complicated. But I think this one right here is supposed to be spruce wood, like that. And then we get up here, and we start. Okay, so if the spruce wood probably comes out right here. I don't know how this works. Frick, I really shouldn't be recording while I do this part, because it's complicated. I might do this off camera. I don't know. But yeah, so like, the frickin', am I recording? Yeah, I am, okay. Couldn't remember if I was recording or not. I don't know. But yeah, the fight really could have gone better on my behalf. If I were omniscient, if I were Cactus God, I probably would have won that fight, because I would have been able to know who and what I should have acted upon. For like, if I wanted to kill someone, and I could have, what I should have done is, I should have I should have targeted a single individual. And I tried that. It just didn't work because, well, I ended up targeting 2 individuals. My first bow shot that I got was on Dan, and had I focused on Dan from then on, I would have definitely killed him. Because he was down to like 3 hearts after that shot. He had a golden apple, but I had strength 2. I would have killed him. But I didn't know who I shot, so I just targeted the next person who came at me. And that was Cookie, and so I targeted him, and then once the whole team got there, I broke apart and I died. So, it's pretty much... Oh, I made that jump. Oh, I have speed beacon. So I've never made that jump before. Yes, it's just speed beacon. Okay, I'm gonna come right back and actually make this axe the way it probably should look, and I'll be back in a minute. Ta-da! Yep, I did it. I fixed the axe. The axe is the way it was before. It may be a bit shorter, the length there, but with the rod, the shaft, the staff, the thing you hold, I can't remember what it's called. I feel stupid. But yeah, there you go. Trucker Drunk's back to its original design, more or less. So now we're gonna do one last thing in this UHC episode before we say goodbye. And we're gonna head over here to the betting building to see how we did. I doubt the books are still here. Yeah, Flux tends to take those out pretty quickly after the season happens. Probably so no one, changes their bets. And that's fair. It's just, now I gotta, go through my screenshots folder to, find my bets. That's fine, because I already did that, so, yeah. So, for UHC winner, I'd actually put down, Boo. You can probably see the screenshot on screen right now, just for proof. I actually put Boo, because Boo is the second most UHCs, tied with Nixer for second most wins. And, she almost did win. She was on team with Killer, and Killer was in the final battle. She killed two members of a team of 4 in a 4v1. And, the other 2 were pretty close to dying. I think it counts as close. I think it's safe to say that was a good choice, just not the correct choice. So, yeah. Most kills. Okay, sorry. Most kills, I actually bet Nixer. Probably not a good choice, because Nix did not get most kills. Nix did not come close to getting kills. He was pretty much screwed from the start. Poor guy. Yeah. So the real most kills was Dan, and I honestly I didn't even think Dan was actually going to show up. So last time he showed up was season 12. That was actually exactly a year ago. He only shows up to a UHC once a year. Wait. Oh, he almost showed up to... He almost misses 3 UHCs at a time. Because he was at 9, and then he missed 10, 11. And he was at 12, and he missed 13, 14, 15. And he was at 16. So, by that property, he'll be back for UHC season 21. And then he'll win that one with the Not Chapel 2. Probably. Or not. Actually, probably not. But anyway, yeah. First death, you may have caught that one in the video, in the episode, but I actually got that one right. I bet Abel for first death, and Abel was the first to die. I had no faith in him. I had no faith in him at all. Poor guy. Abel's just not good at Minecraft, I'm sorry to say. He died a lot on the vanilla server that we used to play on back before JFS was the thing, and he died a lot at the beginning of the server before he got full diamond, so yeah. I'm sorry, Abel. Iron Man, I had bet, who did I bet for that? I bet Mary. Mary did decently well in this category, but he wasn't in the top 2, and that's all I can remember, which was between Zalpha and Killer. Zalpha won, by the way, so it was a good guess, but it just wasn't the right one. FIU winner. This one is where I get conflicted, because it's freaking... I bet Mary again this season, and he didn't win. He almost won, but he didn't win, and I'm conflicted about what to do about in the future of this, because I keep thinking, okay, because I was thinking, okay, maybe I should just give up on guessing Mary for FIU winner. Maybe season 11 was just a fluke, because he got really lucky and had a lot of diamonds. But then he comes out and almost wins this one. He got second. He was in like, he was like third to last, like out of the reporting place. He was in like 7th place the entire season. And at the end, he came out of nowhere to get second by 3 points, because he got a bunch of extra points for winning in, for being alive at the end. And I'm thinking, oh, sure, I'm gonna start walking, by the way. He probably just, gets a lot of points at the end, but yeah, I can't rely on him getting points at the end. This is the first season he's ever actually won. So it's not safe to rely that he actually gets a lot of points at the end to make up for his poor beginning performances that he usually has. I made this argument, I made this argument better in my failed take of this recording earlier, so that's a shame, but I don't know. I'm conflicted on whether I should just say, okay, Mary's not good at FIU, so I should stop betting him, or Mary does well at FIU, and so I should keep betting him. I mean, he almost won this one. That's, like, that would have been 2 out of 7 seasons. Like, that's not statistically insignificant. I can't just throw away that data and pretend it doesn't exist. That's, valuable. He's good. What the frick is this? Pranked. Oh, Amir is now, Soust again. What the frick? Cool prank, guys. Cool prank. There's Alpha's song. Does Alpha get like a hair change on his character? Looks different. Oh, he uses bone blocks for his eyes. That's interesting. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, so... yeah, I'm just kind of conflicted on what to do for future guesses. But, yeah, Aces was the correct answer, by the way, on that one. Yeah, I didn't do so well on that in FI this season either. But I was at like 4 hearts the entire time. Or not the entire time, but I was at like 4 hearts until later on. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, the last category is first to find diamonds, which was once again actually my teammate, Smidjay this time. And just like the last time my team was first to find diamonds, it was weird. The diamond stuff that we did that time. No wait. No wait, I was first to find diamonds in season 14. But I bet Cookie would be. So the funny thing about the season and season 14 is that in both those seasons, I basically said, "Hey, it'd be great if I find diamonds right now," and then I found diamonds instantly. Like, did you see the clip from the season of me finding diamonds? Like, here, this is from episode 4.
There's nothing in here but coal and redstone. I mean, I can dig out the coal and maybe there'll be something nice behind the coal. Oh, wow! Speak of the devil!
Diamonds, I assume?
Yes, actually. We don't have lapis though, so we can't enchant.
Well, I found lapis. I found 35.
Oh, well then never mind. I have 4 diamonds.
That's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. That's kind of amazing. And then here's this clip from episode 2 of season 14.
See if we can find ourselves something shiny and blue. And we found some shiny blue! Woo!
Ooh, good.
Get
Good
me
job,
a furnace.
I have iron cooking up here if you need an iron pick.
Isn't that crazy? Surely I'm not crazy, people. That's insane. I'm just magic, apparently. So yeah, now we're here in the Shawstin JFS UHC room, seasons 10 through 16, and there's not really much you can do to add here. I didn't get a kill, so this board gets to be left alone. I didn't craft shield because I didn't really get a chance to get much wool until the late game when my inventory was full of potion stuff, so I threw out all my dyes. And there's this, where I didn't win. I survived 7 episodes, so I bumped up the number to 53. I was not almost Iron Man. I did sign for successful potion runs in hopes of doing that in the future. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had in terms of thoughts for this season of JFS UHC. I talked about what I want for future seasons, and how I felt about this one, and how this one went for me. Really, this season just went well. I mean, it went well, but it wasn't great. This was actually, like, with the exception of season 11, this was actually probably one of my worst UHCs. Like, cause like season 10, I got a kill. I got first blood. I had an infinity bow. I was like kicking butt in a battle with Fire Eyes and Dakota before I lost. Like, I just couldn't hold up. It was in the 2v1, and like I was one of 2 players to get a kill last season, and like one of 4 players to die to PvP that season. That was actually a good season for me, relatively. Season 11 was not a good season for me. Season 12 was a good season for me. Season 13 was a good season for me if you ignore the part where I died in episode 1. Season 14 was a good season for me. Season 15 was a good season for me, especially considering the fact that I won and I had not chapel. And this one was closer to the season 11 side, so I feel like I kind of deserved to have a lesser season this time. I think it was okay, which is why I don't really feel so strongly about it. It's like, yeah, it was fun, and I would love to do it again. I just wish I did better, but I'm not sad about it. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Yay! Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Wait, before I say bye. Wait, just... I never get tired of that. I always forget about it, though. It's like... I don't know if I ever... I know I showed it off on camera, but I don't show it off on camera often enough, and I just want to document it properly before the season resets, because it's just so good. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.